several times about his status, and he said status quo.
And it was status quo. We did everything we can to get him ready. He did everything he could to get ready. He wasn't responding. And at this point in time, under further evaluation from the doctors, we decided to put him on IR.
Was there a setback? Was there something that, when we talked to him at the first week of training camp, he said his knee was healthy and healed. Did something change? Was there some kind of setback? Or?
Well, the more he did on it, the worse it got. So, when you're healed, when you don't do anything, you're not healed once you start working on it and it's not responding.
Is he going to have surgery?
That I'm not sure yet.
Jason Light said on the broadcast this was something you guys talked about a few weeks ago. When was that decision ultimately made by you guys that he was going to go on IR?
That was just made the last day or so.
Todd, how'd you feel about Baker's performance tonight as the first offensive line?
I thought he was efficient. I thought they ran plays well together. The symmetry and the chemistry was there, breaking in and out of the huddle, which is what we wanted to see. He was efficient in the passing game. He went down and got a score.
You only had 2 series, I think, with your starters, offensive line, and Baker. Is that enough in the preseason to get a good look and evaluation?
Yeah, it is. We get more than enough during the season. We get more than enough, and we'll be playing their top guys during the year. We wanted to get some chemistry and some game action, and we got what we got done.
First time we saw Tristan in a game at left tackle. What did you think?
I mean, he was fine. Obviously, he'll be facing some stiff competition, but he was fine over there. Everything was comfortable to him.
On that first touchdown by the Ravens, what kind of went wrong there? It looked like Devin was supposed to pick up the guy in the switch. Do you know what happened there?
Had nothing to do with Devin. We busted something in the back.
Coach, do you have an update on Sean Tucker?
He had cramps.
Your running game was going tonight, 150 plus yards on the ground. Some of that was with your reserves, but can you talk about what your starters did in terms of running the ball and getting Rashad White going?
We got a hat on the hat. That was one thing we tried to get accomplished tonight. And we got some tough runs out of those guys in the first half. They weren't big runs, but they were 4 and 5 yarders, which was good and very efficient for us to try and throw the football. And we got to continue to play like that, so that was good to see.
You talked about having a lot of tough decisions to make between now and Tuesday. Without seeing the tape from tonight, are there guys that stand out to you that help themselves in those decisions?
I don't know. I got to see the tape of the positions of the guys that I was looking at. I wasn't really looking. I was looking at other things.
Has this rookie class made it a lot more difficult to make some of those decisions, considering how many of them have stepped up?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. We got a lot of young guys that can play.
Todd, can you speak about J.J. Russell, 11 tackles tonight? Looks like he's one of the guys that's maybe one of the more improved players from a year ago for you.
He got better in the system mentally. He can always tackle, he can always fly around, but he got better mentally in the system, and he ran the defense tonight.
Can you talk about the special teams? Obviously, Chase McLaughlin knocking a bunch through. Trey Palmer with that big return, also that muff. Just what have you seen on special teams that you liked?
Chase has been steady. He's been practicing like that, and Trey is becoming more and more reliable back there as a secondary punt returner. We really like what we see in him, and every time he gets a chance, he has an opportunity. So I thought they tackled well for the most part, and I'll look at the tape for the rest.
Todd, Baker only really missed one throw in the preseason play, but you see him in practice too. Is this kind of what you envisioned, this kind of marriage between him and Canales, that this would be this way, that it would be that efficient, would be a good fit for both of them?
I thought it was a great fit. I thought the offense fit him very well. I mean, it fits Kyle too, but Baker, this offense, as everybody's grasping the concepts, is starting to come together. So hopefully that continues week 1.